Glam Fam! So today I am going to be doing a really pretty coppery smoky look using the Huda Beauty Desert Dusk palette. I'm going to create a coppery smoky eye using colours from this palette only. So if you want to see what I create, then just keep watching. First thing I'm going to do is put down a base for my eyeshadow. I'm just using the LA Girl Pro Conceal HD Concealer. Pulling that in with my finger. I'm currently out of eye primer, so using concealer. So I'm going to use the colour Desert Sand as my crease transition setting colour. So I'm going to apply this roughly over my lid and into my socket area. And I'm keeping it quite low because I'm doing a smoky eye. That's more about having the darkness around your lash line. So keep that in mind when you are applying your eyeshadow, that you keep it fairly low in your crease and most of the darkness here on your lashes, lash line I should say. So I'm using very sort of slight tapping motion to really push the colour into my skin. I find if you tap the colour in, it just applies the colour more opaquely, and you can build up the intensity a lot faster, plus you get less fallout. So once you have tapped the colour into the skin, then you can blend. So I'm going to use a slightly smaller brush. This is from Real Techniques, and now I'm going in with the colour Eden. So with Eden I'm doing the same thing, just applying it on the outer edge of my eye, kind of along my lash line and into my socket area. Again, keeping it quite low. You also remember that you need to adjust makeup to your own eye shape. So what works for me isn't necessarily going to work for you. You can still use like the same colours, but just remember to work with your eye shape to get the best result. So for some people, they might need to put the colour up higher, others even lower than what I'm doing. So yeah, just keep that in mind. So I've got a new lighting system, guys. Bought some new lights, soft boxes from eBay, and it came with a stand, like a background stand as well. So at the moment I've just got my old sort of black glittery fabric on there, but I will be buying some new backgrounds. So I am so excited to finally have some lights and some backgrounds. I totally feel so professional. I'm just going back in with our bigger brush from NYX. Just doing a little bit more blending. Just want to make sure everything's super smooth. Now before we go any further, what I'm going to do is actually apply a pencil on my lash line. I'm going to be using the NYX Jumbo Pencil in the colour Rust. So just take anything that is kind of like a coppery, cranberry sort of shade. Smudge that on your lower lash line. I swear I used to have a bronze one of these and I don't know where it's gone. So if I had a bronze, I would have used that. I don't know what I've done with it. Alright, and just going to use a stiff, sort of flat eyeshadow brush. Smudge that out. So we're keeping this just like a thick smudge across your lash line, and I'm going to use this as a base for my next colour. I just realised I've got a pimple right there. How random. Going in with a slightly smaller Real Techniques brush and taking the colour Amber and just patting this on my lower lash line. So amber can be worn by itself. It's not like super pigmented, I've found. So like for during the day, you could wear this as a wash of colour on your lids. It's not too intense, and then if you want to intensify it and create what we're doing today, you can just put a base underneath. And as you can see, I'm using tapping motions to build up the intensity. Now, switching pencils, going back in with the slightly bigger brush and the colour Eden. Let's just blend these colours. So blending is so important, guys. I know that I bang on about it quite a lot, and you know, so does every makeup artist. Blending is just so important, and you really need to spend that time blending out your eyeshadow to create a seamless look, especially when it comes to a smoky eye. I am going backwards and forwards, but more using a patting motion, just so we don't, it's just so we have more control and don't bring the colour up too high. I think I've said too high like a million times. I could probably do a drinking game to this video. Sorry guys. Going back in with the smaller Go Techniques brush. Now I'm taking the colour Oud. Oud. That's a very bizarre name and no one knows how to pronounce it. So let's say Oud. Now we're using this colour to intensify just the outer edges and socket area. So I'm only doing it to about halfway in my crease. Going back in with the original NYX brush, let's just do a tiny bit of blending here. Soften all this out. So now I'm going to go in with the colour Saffron, which is a beautiful red, a beautiful red tone. Using this to go over around the outside again, on top of Oud. Every time I say Oud, it reminds me of Ubud in Bali. Just keeping it to like this sort of, I guess, half moon section right here in the outer corner of my eye. Now you obviously don't need to use this many colours, but I've got the whole palette here, so why not go all out? And then blend again. Might use a tiny bit more, actually, desert sand, first light colour. Just want to create a bit more of a blend up here. Just looking a little bit harsh, the lines up here. Okay, so now I'm going to go and apply some colour here on my lid. So the first colour I'm going to use is Blood Moon, this beautiful colour here. Then I'm going to go over the top with this gorgeous pressed glitter Cosmos. First step is to wet my brush with some spray. I'm just using Too Faced Hangover 3-in-1 spray. Just so we can get a bit more of an intense look. Going in with Blood Moon first. And just patting that right here, sort of the first half of my eye. Inner half. Now I'm using patting motions just so I don't want it too intense, because I want this glitter that we're going to put over the top to like really pop. That's going to be the main attraction. Now I normally would use a glitter glue, but I saw the makeup artist from Sephora, I can't remember his name, Alfie, something like that. And he used just a primer spray, or a setting spray, and really wet the brush and went into Cosmos, and then put it on the back of his hands to try and create a bit of a paste almost. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna try that, see if that works. And again, just dabbing it on. Going to use my fingers as well. Can't beat fingers. Okay, just using whatever's left on my brush. I think this was Saffron, the last colour. Just going to gently blend again. So That's actually kind of it for the eyes. So let's apply some mascara and some false lashes. The mascara that I'm using today is my current favourite, the Kevin Aucoin Volume Mascara, and always curl your lashes. Makes the biggest difference. It's crazy. For lashes today, I'm going to be using the Danny Mansuti lashes in the style Smitten. I've used these before and I really like them, so look like this. I'm just going to go off camera and apply my lashes, then I'll come back and we'll do the rest of the face. I am back. I forgot how much I love these lashes. They truly are the lightest lashes I have ever worn. It's amazing. Now I saw this really cool trick that Alfie did as well. And what it was is using the Anastasia palette. He used the Sugar Plum, I don't know, a different glow kit. But anyway, I've got a glow kit, so I'm going to use this one. And before putting any concealer or foundation on, he used, so let's use Forever Young. We use this one here. So what that did, so he used his hands to apply the highlighter to the cheekbones. Ooh, that's intense. So I was like, oh, okay. That's a really interesting concept. And I don't think I've seen anyone do that before. So I'm going to try it myself. Then he did concealer. So I'm also going to do concealer. Using the NYX HD concealer in Porcelain, which I'm running out of. Might have to go to the Let's blend that in. I'm using a brush to blend, and then I'll use my fingers just to really meld the product into my skin. I love using my hands to really create beautiful skin. Whatever's left, just gonna run that on my nose. That weird pimple here. For foundation, I'm using my Arbonne foundation in Honey Beige, and this is just a rose gold brush from Kmart. It's just a powder brush, but I don't know. I wanted to use something different to apply foundation, so I'm gonna try this. Going over my ears because I get the reddest ears. It's so weird. Taking my hands, warming them up. Let's just press that foundation into our skin. And again, going in with my smaller brush and adding more coverage where I need it. So for me, it's always my nose. I'm going to just quickly bronze up my cheeks. I'm using the Hoola bronzer at the moment. I've used it in the last 3 videos, so I need to change it up again. Sorry guys. But you know what it's like when you get something new, you just have to use it all the time. So that's what's happening to me at the moment. And I promise next video I won't use it. And then I'm going to just add a little flush of colour on my cheeks using a blush. I like using the Makeup Geek blushes, they're my favourite. Going in with Head Over Heels. A little bit on my nose. So now I'm just going to go back in, add some more glow using the same Anastasia Beverly Hills glow kit, using the same colour, Forever Young, and my Real Techniques setting brush, which is the most perfect highlighter brush. Let's just, and I'm only applying this sparingly because it's quite an intense highlighter actually, which I love. Kind of just applying it over the apples of my cheek a little bit as well, just to really add a nice glow over the lips. Going in with a really small brush, little detailed brush from Chiari Cosmetics. I'm using Forever Young right in my inner corner. And just a little bit up here on my brow bone. Alright, so let's just finish off underneath the eyes. Going back in with that Rust pencil from NYX Cosmetics. blend that out. And now just going in with a bit of amber and a bit of oud. So basically what you do to the top of your eye, you do underneath. It creates a really nice, like, blended, cohesive look. Let's add a tiny bit of oud. Coat the lashes in mascara. For the last step, I'm just going to apply the NYX Intense Butter Gloss in Très Lash. I wonder what lash is? Très Lash? I don't know. I'll have it down below. Now let's just set everything in place with some setting spray. That is my completed look. I hope you enjoyed following along. I would love if you guys can come and join my little glam fam. If you're not subscribed already, you know where the subscribe button is. If you want to follow my life outside of YouTube, you can go to @littlecoconut on Instagram or Little Coco Face on Snapchat. So that's it from me. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!